Estamboli Polo is one of the easiest Persian comfort foods to make, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my mum's recipe for it. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mahsa and I make brand new videos every week, so make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. So during isolation, I've decided to live with my boyfriend rather than my parents, which means I'm eating a lot less Persian food than I would like. So I'm finally going to learn how to make Persian food, and I've got my mum's recipe, which I'm going to share with you guys, and we're going to cook it together and see how it actually turns out. Estamboli or Estamboli Polo or Damiye Goje, as some people like to call it. It's got lots of different names and it can be cooked lots of different ways depending on where in Iran you're from. Some people like to add meat to this, but what it is for me is a really simple, delicious, heartwarming dish, and it's super simple to make, and it's basically just a tomato rice dish with very few ingredients, and it's one of my favorites. So let's get into it and I'll show you guys how we're gonna make it today.
1 medium-sized onion finely diced, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper, 900 milliliters of tomato juice, 2 medium-sized potatoes peeled and chopped into small cubes or pieces, and 400 grams of Basmati rice. I've washed this really well with cold water to get rid of all of the starch, and then I soaked it in really warm water with a good amount of salt for 30 to 45 minutes. You want to start with a decent sized pan because the rice is going to need room to expand. Then add 2 tablespoons of oil to your pan over a medium heat and wait for it to heat up. When the oil is hot, add in your onions and fry them until they start to turn golden brown. This can take anywhere between 5 to 7 minutes, so just keep the onions moving so they colour evenly and don't burn on one side. Once the onions start to go golden brown around the edges, add in your salt, pepper and turmeric and continue to fry them for another minute or 2. Then add the tomato puree and mix it really well with the onions and spices and fry for about another minute. Add the potatoes and mix it all together really well. Make sure you keep the potatoes moving for about 2 to 3 minutes. We want the potatoes to start cooking, but we don't want them to fry and turn golden. Add in the rice and the tomato juice. Make sure everything's really well combined and then put the lid on and bring it all to a boil. Once it starts to boil, then turn the heat down and stir it every few minutes. This will help it all cook evenly and prevent it from getting stuck to the bottom of the pan. Once almost all of the juice has been absorbed, then push up the sides of the rice into a sort of dome shape. Then you want to take the bottom of your spoon or spatula to poke holes into the dough. This is going to allow the steam to rise up easier and cook the rice more evenly. Wrap the lid of the pan in a very clean tea towel and then put the lid onto the pan. Turn the heat down to the lowest possible setting you have and let the rice steam for about 45 to 50 minutes. The tea towel is going to stop the condensation from running back into the pan and making your rice really soggy and preventing you from getting crispy tahdig on the bottom of your pan. Try to not lift the lid during this time too many times because you don't want all the steam that's supposed to be cooking the rice to escape. You should end up with a delicious, fluffy, tomatoey rice, and it shouldn't be all clumped together and stuck together, and it should look kind of like this. Before you serve it up, make sure you try a little bit of the potato and a little bit of the rice to make sure it's all cooked. Then serve it up in any dish that you want to.
Oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how amazing the entire house smells. It all just smells like delicious Persian food, so I'm so excited to dig into this. And it just looks so good. I'm so impressed. My mum is gonna want photos of this, so I'm gonna have to send them to her. So let's do a taste test. It tastes so good. It tastes so similar to what my mum makes. So I'm so incredibly happy with it. And it maybe needs a pinch more salt, but that's about it. And, okay, this is gonna sound ridiculous, but this is how me and my cousins all have it in Iran. We always have to have some ketchup put directly on top of it, and it just makes it so much better. So don't judge me, but this is how I roll in Iran. So, if you're gonna make this, let me know in the comments below and tell me what your favourite Persian food is. And if you haven't tried Persian food, then get going and make this so you can taste how amazing it is. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for our next video. Bye!